Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late September, moving into early October 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Leo collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for these beautiful Leos as we move from September to October? Lovely time of year. What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Leo in late September, early October. What's the energy? What's the vibe? Let's get this card out nice and quick. There we go. Okay, the lady holding the hourglass. Haven't seen her in quite a while. And obviously, she does deal with all the various concepts of the time construct. So for some of you, maybe it's someone waiting patiently, or it's a wait and see type of approach to something. But it could be a lot of things. When we're speaking about time and how time affects our situations, I mean, very complex because everyone experiences time in a different way. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about it. So as you can see, we have this lovely lady. She has her hood on, which is kind of mysterious. It kind of makes her seem like a holy figure of sorts, or some mystery to her, and she's holding that hourglass, and sand is slipping through the glass through her fingers. So again, we could think of the Saturnian construct that is time. Now, again, for some of you, maybe there's something or someone you're waiting on. Maybe someone's waiting on you, waiting on the perfect time, because this card could be someone in that wait and see type of mode. For some of you, there might be a situation where Spirit's like, hey, give it a little time, Leo. It could be very straightforward like that. You know, there's a lot of cliche sayings like, oh, time heals all wounds, or we're not going to go into all that. Now, when it comes to time, you know how some days it feels like they just fly by in like the snap of a finger, and then some days it feels like it's dragging. So again, for some of you, time could be playing a factor in whatever situations you're dealing with right now. Whether it feels, hopefully you don't feel like you're wasting time on something. That's like the worst aspect of this card. Or it could just be spirit saying like, all right, put your energy to good use at this time. So we're just going to put her down right there. Again, we could keep talking about her for like another 10, 20 minutes, but let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for the lovely Leos. And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. Yeah, listen, business about to pick up because the reading was titled Serious Action Incoming. So for a lot of you, there could be a lot of situations really starting to progress or starting to have a little shakeup. Whether you're making moves, whether someone else is making moves, to me, it did not feel still. It did not feel stuck. For another portion of you, it could be something where Spirit's like, hey, Leo, get serious about this. Like, if you want results, you're going to have to make something happen. So, interesting. That could bleed over for a couple weeks, but we're going to see what shows up for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So, only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for the lovely Leos. What's going on? Late September into early October. Thank you. Okay. So we're starting with a very good card. I really love when we started reading with the Magician, but it's the card that the Magician popped out with that's given me a little bit of pause. Now, it's not a bad card, but we do have the 4 of Pentacles, and this is really dependent on whatever your situation is. That's really great for money. It's really great for finance and work and business, but when it comes to personal relationships, we do need to keep an eye on that, because sometimes it could be a warning. Let's get one more. What do we got here for Leo? Thank you. Okay. Listen, I've been seeing a lot of signs get this card in like the last 2 or 3 weeks. So I guess it's your turn up to bat. We have the 6 of Cups. Yeah, lots of trips down memory lane, extremely reminiscent type of energy. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first glance, I like the elemental mixture here. It's nothing too wild. It's nothing that's making me nervous. We have the Magician here on the front end, which is master of all elements, so that's good. balanced, in control. We have earth, the realm of the material world. So home, family, work, business, the world around us. And we have cups, which is the emotional realm, creativity, feelings, emotions, love, partnerships, all those things are under that umbrella. The one thing I really love is that when you mix earth and water, it represents potential. So potential blessings and abundance. So I'm not saying this is a rough spread at all. It's really dependent on your situation, of course. But let's go through this piece by piece and really start to build it out because I feel like there's going to be a lot of detailed analysis here. But position number one, the Magician. So I love the Magician. It's one of my favorite cards. Um, and you see him there. He's in front of an altar. He has all the suits there. He has pentacles, cups, wands, swords, and he's holding his own wand. So it's like he's an energy channel. This is a highly spiritual card. So for some of you, whether you're getting in touch with your own spiritual practice, whether you're practicing some sort of ritual, it's like I'm connected to spirit in one way or another. That's one thing I love about this Magician. He's the biggest card of manifestation, in my opinion. Yes, there are karmic archetypes, especially with the infinity symbol. So maybe we'll see some karmic type of things with this and the Six of Pentacles. But to me, it's like I create. So I want, I create it. If there's a situation I want, I bring it to me. So just know, even if you're not trying to, you could be really forming your future just with the power of intention and prayer and stuff like that, which could be really good. Now, there is a downside to the Magician, just like there's a downside to every card. The Magician deals heavily in control. Okay, aside from like any dark spiritual practice, we're not going to walk down that road. So just stay away from any unfamiliar spiritual practices or someone messing around with energies that they shouldn't. But it's control, right? Like it's someone where it's like, no, I need to have it this way. It has to be like this. So watch out for anyone that's overly controlling or just way too specific. Um, you know, I do believe we're creator beings and we can control our outcomes. There's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes the Magician could go a little overboard. Okay, so whether you're dealing with a controlling person, we're not going to read too much into it just yet until we see a clarifier. Now, moving to the middle, we have a complex card. We have the Four of Pentacles. Now, a lot of people see this card, they automatically give it a bad name. I don't. I think there's a lot of really good positives here. And we see this individual, they got the Four Pentacles, they're holding on tight, they're not sharing, right? So when it comes to money and business, to me, this is like someone stacking up those pentacles. So for some of you, maybe you're in money mode where it's like, no, I'm going to get it while I can, where it's an energy, it's like stacking, stacking, stacking. For some of you, maybe you're just in finance focus, which could make sense. But I love this for investments. I love this for business opportunities, money making. Sometimes this does show up when Spirit's like, hey, watch the spending. Okay, maybe don't go overboard. And this card does show up sometimes when someone's about to make a large purchase. But when we get into the personal relationships with the Four of Pentacles, that's where I get a little bit dicey because it's an energy that is very controlling, just like this Magician. It's an energy that can't let go of something. It could be very possessive. It could be very selfish as well. So watch out for energies like that. It could be jealous and grudgy in its worst case scenario. And it's someone that just won't let something go or can't, if that makes sense. So we'll see. Again, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Now, moving to the back end, there's a big trip down memory lane. We have the Six of Cups. Now, I do like this card. I always say it's partnerships, soul ties, soul connections, people we really care for. It's a huge card of history as well. So aside from someone that we may have a long history with, and I mean, on the lighter side, maybe you're just thinking on the past quite a bit. Maybe you're taking a lot of trips down memory lane. There's something about the past influencing the future in a big way. This is a huge card of things popping back up, things returning, and we're going to look deeper into it. So whether it's a situation, you've dealt with something similar, situation you thought was done and you dealt with it before, a person you haven't heard from in a long time could pop back up when we have this card. Um, it could sometimes, like in its rougher sense, represent people that care for each other but fall out of touch. So I do say that sometimes this could represent missing someone or something, but it's extremely sentimental. Like when I see the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, it's like I cherish this. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Leo. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my good friends. What's happening for my lovely Leos in late September, early October? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that magician. Let's see what the manifesting's about. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Leo, could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, let's get that magician. What is this creation about? Good. Good intentions. I like this. Okay, now I will say this for some of you. Now is a great time for any sort of spirituality, spiritual practice, spiritual journey, going within, praying, meditating, reconnecting with the unseen side of the world. Because we have the Empress, beautiful energy. She represents blessings and abundance. So for a lot of you, there could be something really great you're creating or something you really want that's about to come in. So to me, this is kind of a wish fulfillment type of alignment. But the intriguing thing to me, Empress, to me, as far as zodiac signs, she connects to Libra and she connects to Taurus. So when I see her, we're in Libra season at the time of this filming, underneath this magician. Now is a great time to manifest, pray, bring things into your life. I'm hoping that this is telling us that Libra season is going to be great for you. For some of you, it just might be energetically intense as well. So again, it's not a deal breaker. It's actually good if I were to put any label on it, like it could be a win, victory, or blessing. So that's nice. I just want to see what else comes up, especially since we have that Four of Pentacles coming up right next to it. Um, Empress could represent mother figures, motherhood, abundance, fertility. So again, with her and the magician, if you're not getting in touch with your spiritual side, if you're not manifesting, um, just know that the energy is available for you to really create something big. Let's keep moving. Like strike while the iron's hot. Sometimes the universe works with us. Sometimes energies feel like they're working against us. I feel for a lot of Leos, the energy is going to start working for you and with you. So that's good. That's a silver lining. Let's see what's up with the Four of Pentacles, though. Because remember, that's just where we're starting. It's good intentions, but let's go in on that four. Why is that Four of Pentacles here? Good. Okay. It's like I'm bringing this with me. I'm bringing something with me. I'm moving forward, but I'm not letting go of something. Okay, that's kind of like a conundrum, right? Like moving forward, but still taking it with me. So it's like, all right, I need to push forward. I need to shift something. I need to change something. But I'm just going to take this with me as a memento. I don't know why that's coming through. So just take that if it hits. Now, again, this doesn't have to be a terrible tug of war type of energy. But to me, it's an energy that's still just holding on to something. This does kind of feel like unresolved energy, unfinished energy, especially since we have the Six of Cups right next to it. So again, it's not a deal breaker. It doesn't ruin the whole energy of the reading. We got good stuff. We have good energy coming in, but there is this like unfinished, unresolved energy that seems to be lingering. Okay. I'm not sure if you have a situation that's still up in the air. Um, the Chariot, I think, is really good. It can represent distance. It can represent travel if you're planning on getting on the road soon. It connects to the Cancer Collective. So I do like this card. It's very determined and it is moving forward. Sometimes it could be a little too aggressive. So this could be a little bit of a warning with the Four of Pentacles and the Chariot about not forcing something out. Like, no, don't rip it away. Don't rip it out. You need to let something evolve naturally. Okay. So again, no judgment on like that, keeping something or keeping a memento. But to me, it's like just don't force it. Don't force it. Don't rip something out. Just let it come out naturally. Let's keep moving. Again, I mean, getting very unique messages this week. It does feel unfinished or unresolved. So let's see what's up with the Six of Cups, and we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. Yeah, there could just be a story that's not done yet, where like the ending hasn't been put on the page. So why is that Six of Cups in the mix? Why is it here for Leo? Okay. Yeah. All right. So we have the Ace of Cups in the upright. So the thing I like about your reading this week, usually when I read for you guys, the Leo readings, it's either all one thing or all the other, right? Like there's usually not a lot of gray area. I feel like, yeah, there's some energies here that aren't ideal. Like there's some energies here that could be seen as a little choppy, but I'd say that there's more positive than rough coming in. So keep that in mind. I feel like energetically, for a lot of Leos, you might be turning the corner with something where it's like, all right, it was rough for a little bit, wasn't easy for a while, but now things are going to start picking up. Now things are going to get better. Kind of like we saw with the Oracle card. It's only a matter of time. Now, the Ace of Cups is beautiful. especially in the upright. It's a card of offers and opportunities. It's a card of communication and emotional expression. So when I see the Six of Cups with the Ace of Cups, now is a great time for reconnecting with people. This is also, again, that energy where something comes back new or something returns. So with the unfinished business we're seeing here, now the Ace of Cups, Six of Cups, there could be various things returning or popping up in a really big way. Okay. For some of you, it might even just be internal, like feelings that you thought you had solved or feelings that you thought were long gone start coming back. Like that's another vibe I'm picking up here. So there could be various things returning, and this could be a huge emotional offer on the back end. Six of Cups, Ace of Cups. It's like, I need to get this off my chest. Let's talk about it. So I think it's good. Overall, your reading looks pretty nice. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow. Because again, it's not 100% perfect, but rarely is life 100% perfect, right? If you kindly look in the box, position number one, we start off great. We have the Magician with the Empress, and this is a good spread for cross watchers as well. But to me, it's manifesting something big, something you may have been wanting for a long time could come back in this time for a lot of Leos. Take advantage of it while you can. Dive into the spirituality, dive into your own power as a creator, and know that you can control your fate to a certain extent, which I think is a beautiful thing. Big energy of blessings and abundance as well. So I like that energy on the front, especially during Libra season. The energy could be really powerful and palpable. Now, moving to the middle, this is the only little bump in the road I'm seeing, because we have the Four of Pentacles with the Chariot and upright. These energies do oppose each other, where it's like I'm moving forward, but I'm keeping something with me, which is kind of a conundrum, right? It's like, all right, are you really moving forward if you're still keeping this with you? So to me, it felt more like unfinished business or something that's unresolved that you may need to touch base with in one way or another. And again, I'm not saying it's a person, it could just be a situation. There is a really strong tie to the past with this week's spread. Back end, we have the Six of Cups with the Ace of Cups in the upright. Great for emotional offers, getting something off the chest. But there could be various people popping back up or things coming back in. This is kind of like an energy that seems to be reuniting, which I think is nice. I think overall there's a lot of good energetic potential. Just don't force something. Um, Again, I know I said the energy in the middle is like a conundrum, but it's like don't force something. Forcing only makes it worse. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge, they could be good too. So let's get you one. What do we got for Leo, please? What is happening? Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this card out for you nice and quick. What's in the shadows for Leo? Thank you. Strength. So yeah, one of your power cards is here. So I'm going to stick with that energy I was talking about a little earlier. The feeling that energy is really going to start working with you as opposed to against you. So if you've been having a rough go of it, I know not all of you have, but if you have, or if you've been feeling a little stuck in the rut, I love strength in a Leo reading, even when it's in the shadows. Now, for some of you, this could be a card of encouragement from Spirit saying, like, listen, Leo, you're much stronger than you know. You're much stronger than you think you are. You can make it through something, which is really nice. But the downside, the shadow side, we're still going to talk about it. Strength can sometimes represent temptation, um, giving into urges as well. So if there is anything or anyone that you were trying to refrain from, and we see strength showing up in the shadows, it's like, okay, well, you're strong. Your strength will be tested. So watch out for caving into things, if that makes sense, and really watch out for urges, because that could be a test of some kind. So we're just going to put it down right there, Leo. That's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The September subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, you could book a personal reading with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The September calendar is already live, so we could have ourselves a little chat. But for the September subscriber surprise, giving away 3 copies of one of my favorite decks ever, the Everyday Witches Tarot. It's great for beginners and experienced readers. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the zodiac signs, which ones do you get along best with? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As usual, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.